I found the center of another signature. Any place in the book will do. Remove 3 double pages from the center of that signature where you can see the stitching. Alright, I have the 3 double pages removed from the center. I'm going to glue 2 pages together on this side and 3 pages together on this side. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. Alright, I have 2 pages glued together on this side, 3 pages glued together on this side. I'm going to cover these 2 pages with underpants and Mod Podge. Alright, the underpants are on. I'm going to bring in some fancy pants. Add those to the background. Bringing in my gesso and a makeup sponge. And going around the stencil. You can go around the stencil completely or just some parts. Artist's choice. Okay, let's see. Gorgeous. I'm going to wash my stencil and do the other side. Alright, both sides have gesso on the stencil, and we will let those dry. The gesso's dry. Bringing in a blue. I'm going to dilute that a little bit with water and paint the pages. And we will let that dry. I made a circle with cardboard about 4.5, 4 3/4 inches, and I'm going to cover it both sides with underpants. I covered one side with underpants. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess and then cover the other side with underpants. Alright, the acrylic is all dry. I, of course, am going to bring in my sandpaper, my sand block, and bring up some of this texture. Dust it off and glue your half circles onto the top and bottom of your delicious background. Alright, my half circles or my scallops are on, and we'll let those dry. Bringing back my circle, which is about 4.5 inches wide, so I'll go 2 1/4, and gooey hands, plumbers here, and 2 1/4. Let's see where they cross. Bring my crocodile in, and I'll pop a hole, and maybe that's in the center. I'll bring my vintage photo distress ink in, bring up both sides. I would like for this to hang off the edge, and yet I want enough at the top so that it seals that. I want enough room for a window for a man's face. So I'll bring my crocodile in, and I will pop another hole right there. I cut his head off in preparation for the new faces. She hangs over just a little bit, so I'm going to trim her. Then I'm going to glue her down. right there. And I'm going to glue his body down. These are the 3 pictures of the men that I'm going to use. I think 3 is going to be enough. I cut a template about the size of their face. I'm going to put that on top of his shoulders there and trace that perfectly straight and square, I'm sure. I'll bring a cutting pad in to protect my book and X-Acto, and I will cut that out. I repunched the hole. This will go there. Looks like the faces, let's see. I think that'll be good. I am temporarily going to put this on so I can tell where to put the faces, but this is just temporary. Adjust the faces so they will fit. I'm going to glue them down one at a time. I glued the faces in place so that I can tell where each one goes. If you're better at that than I am, please do it your way. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Make sure everybody's all glued down. Trim off the excess. Now, I was going to use a piece of acetate for the window, but I found this piece of mica. So I'm going to use the mica. I need a hole in the mica where the hole in the wheel is. Put my brad in the mica sheet. And him in the wheel. And splay that. I'm going to create another hole here. With a brad. So I have a brad here and a brad here holding the mica piece and also the wheel in place. How awesome is that? Bring in my Stabilo, go around the edge of the disc and the edges of the photos of the men. And blend it. The disc is back in place. I'll take some Mod Podge, put it around the page where the disc is not. Bring the next page over, and we'll bring one more page over to make that nice and sturdy. Bring those pages together, secure them. Bring in your rice bag, put it on your 2 pages, and let that dry. Bring your Stabilo in, go around the edge of the page, around the edge of your half circles or scallops, whatever you have, around the edge of your focal point. Blend. You can doodle and dot, whatever you want to do on the page. Go create, go play, go have fun.